Welcome to this video tutorial for the Global Ascension Center's New Earth Forum. You've got your profile all set from the first tutorial, and now in this tutorial we're going to look at a basic navigation of the forum and making a post. So let's get in there and get to it. On the screen you'll see that we're on the home page of the Global Ascension Center, and I am already logged in because this forum option is present on the menu, whereas if you're not logged in, that won't be there. So I'll just click on that to go into the forum. And it comes up there. I'm on the index page, and that's a good place to start with navigating here. We'll scroll down and look at that page. We're going to look at some of these tabs here. But first I wanted to scroll all the way to the bottom and bring this area to your attention where it says New Earth Forum Statistics. You'll see we've got 4 sections here. And if we scroll up, we'll see the sections. First section says Welcome, Start Here, followed by the Teleclasses section. And then we've just got a general Global Ascension Center section. And yet this said 4. So if you're paying attention, you saw 3 sections, but it says 4. There's another section there which is hidden and not on the forum right at this time. So don't always go by these numbers here as absolute gospel truth. They're close, but there may be things going on behind the scenes. And then these categories here, these are within the section. So if we look at Global Ascension Center, we can see we got right now these 6 general categories here. And up here under classes, later on we'll look at this, we've got the classes, and then we've got the processing and support subcategory of this category here. So it works like a tree with categories within categories, and so we should have about 22 categories on there. And that's important because those categories will be where you're making your posts, very similar to email in addressing who the post is to. So let's just go into one of these and take a little look here. Let's go into, how about meet and greet here? Because that's been the most active. Scroll down, and so it shows this is what this category is about here. And here we have one topic which Enelia started, and then there's been a couple replies to that, and the last post was by Louise Rooney. So we want to read that, so just click on that and go into the Hello There topic. And there we can see that Enelia put up a post, followed by Cornelia, and then Louise. And these 2 bottom posts were replies to the first post. And that's going to be important here in making a post here in just a little bit. So let's continue on here before we make that post and look at some of these other tabs here. The Recent Topics tab is pretty much just what it says. And it shows you the most recent topics and discussions that have been active. Then there's the new topic. And this is where you start a new topic. You'll be doing a lot of work here. This window comes up whenever you're doing a general post. You might want to look at, has there been anything posted which hasn't gotten any replies? Because maybe you want to try to help somebody out. And so you go in there and look and see which topics don't have any replies yet. My topics is those things that, that you posted there. And then the search option over here. This is a good one here. There's lots of different ways to search the forum. Just play with this. We can look at it in an upcoming tutorial. But if you're going to make a post to the forum, you might want to poke around in here and see if by chance somebody has already posted on that. And then you may want to then tack on to their topic they've already started. So that's the basic structure of the forum. So the top categories there, and then subcategories and so forth. So let's go back here to the recent topics. And then again, go down into hello there. Because this is where we want to make our first posting. We want to hear about you. Everybody likes to talk about themselves. And so Anelia introduced herself a little bit, and so did Cornelia and Louise. And so I want to introduce myself too. Now, I can do this two ways. I can either tack on and do a reply to Anelia's post, or reply to Cornelia or Louise or so forth, or I can start a new post, a new topic, so to speak. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start a new topic, because I may want to delete it after this tutorial is done. So to start that new topic, just go up to the New Topic tab there. And here we are. And so here's where it's going to be addressed to. It's in the forum, and it's a new topic. So we need to tell that new topic where we want it to be. And so we need to pick the category for the topic. So we just drop that down. And we want to put it here under Meet and Greet. Now notice that if I try to go up under Welcome, Start here, it's not going to let me do that. You can only post to these ones that have the little dashes in front of them, so that, because these are the sections, and then these are the topics with the dashes in front of them there. So you got to pick something with a dash there. So we're going to pick the Meet and Greet, and the subject, very similar to the subject of an email. I'm just going to make it hi. Hi, introducing Kevin. And now here we've got these topic icons. Now you can use these, or you can just leave it as the default icon here. There's no real explanation as to what these are. That's, of course, something that should be brought to your attention, some kind of a warning or whatever. Maybe you're posing a question to the group, or you have an idea for the group, and so forth. So use these if you want to. It's very optional. I'll get into all these editing icons here on a different tutorial. These insert these little smiley emoticons in there. That's very good. We'll try that in just a little bit. And then here's your composition area here where it says message. Now, before I start composing something, I want to bring something to your attention, which is called the timeout of the forum. You've probably encountered this on other sites, like for your banking information or whatever, and you walked away from the computer and you came back and it says your session is timed out, you need to log in again. Well, we've got that on the forum as well, and the timeout period is set to 30 minutes, half hour. And so when you're typing away here, composing your message, that's just happening on your computer. And the forum servers are really not aware that you're doing anything at all. And so if you've got a long, beautiful message you're carefully composing to the group, and then you click on Submit down at the bottom, and it says you need to log in again, and you go, oh my gosh, where is my message? Well, it may be gone. So if you got something long to say, I'll show you a couple different ways to do this. Short messages, not a problem, because you can just whip those off and then click on Submit, and they're in and done before that timeout period happens. But 30 minutes can go by real fast, so just don't get caught. I've had that happen to me a few times. And so one of the methods of preventing that is to do your composition in some other program. I'm using Windows, so I could use Notepad, I could use WordPad, I could use Microsoft Word, or whatever text editing program you like to use. What I've done here today is I've created this little About Me thing here in a program that comes with Windows called WordPad. And so I've got this all nice and so forth. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight everything. And of course there's different ways to do that. There's the edit and then select all, or you can do a Control A. Or you can drag the cursor over as much as you want and block that as well. So I'm going to do this select all because I want the whole thing. And then I'm going to copy that. And then click over here back into the message area. And then I'm going to paste that into the message area there. And there it is. Fast typing, huh? Now notice that in my composition over here in WordPad, I had some bolding, and I had some bullets down here, and up at the top here I had this thing with, you know, big letters and so forth. Yet when I go over to the forum, all that formatting is stripped out. So we can put that in later on. I'll cover putting in formatting in another tutorial. But what I want to point out is don't go to a lot of bother here to make everything really beautiful and everything in whatever you're editing the text with here, because it's not going to transfer over. So save the formatting for later. Just get the keystrokes down and then pop it over here. So we got this, and I'm just going to leave this as it is right now. I'm not going to format it or anything like that. It's good enough for now. We'll talk about attachments at some other time. And then down here, this is by default checked here. It says subscribe. Check this box to be notified of replies to this topic. So when you start a topic and you want to know when people reply to that topic, leave this box checked, and then you'll get an email telling you, hey, someone has replied to your topic. So really that's all there is to making the post, except to click on submit. But before we do that, I want to show you the preview here, and this will become more important later on when we're doing formatting and all that stuff. That brings up another little window down here which shows the way it's going to look once it's posted on the forum. And right now it looks about the same, but later on when we're putting formatting to it and so forth, this little display area, which is the preview, will become very important. But for now, I just wanted to point that out, that that's what you get if you hit preview. It just opens up that area down there. So this is all looking really good. It's like I want it to be, and so the final thing to do is click on submit. If you don't click on submit, if you go navigating off to some other area of the forum, you just lost your post, and you got to make it again. So there it is. There's hi, introducing Kevin, a new topic here in that area of the forum. You can go back up here and look at the index, verify that it's there. Again, don't take these numbers to be absolute numbers. Meet and Greet now has two topics. We have the one that Anelia started and the one that I started there. So we'll go into Meet and Greet. And there it is. New topics are always up on top. At least the way I have it sorted. Now, before we end, there's a couple things I want to show you. If you scroll down here a bit, you'll see that you can go in and edit this post. So if you make the posting and you go, oh, I forgot to mention such and such, you can go back in and edit that. So we're going to do that right now because there's something I want to show you on that editing screen. All right. So before we made our post last time, remember we just copied and pasted this in, but let's say you composed this. You spent a lot of time typing all this in there, and you're not sure, but you might have been close to that half-hour timeout. And so what you want to do, just to make sure that nothing gets lost here, is before you click on Submit, however it works on your computer, select all, and then copy that. That way, in case when you click on Submit, it says, hey, you need to log in again. You log back in, you go right back into the post window here, and you just paste that text right in there, and you're ready to go again. So that way, very little chance of anything getting lost. So once you make your corrections to your post there, let's make a little correction here, and let's put in a smiley here, because those are important there. So it puts in the code. I just positioned the cursor there, and I clicked on the emoticon up here that I wanted to go in there, and it puts the code in there for that. And again, if you go over here and you go down to Preview, then that'll bring up the preview window, and you scroll down there, you can see the actual emoticon that's going to show up there. And these are kind of nice, because we've got people scattered all over the world here that are participating in this forum. And for some of them, English may not be a primary language. And so, like myself, I have a kind of a dry sense of humor, and someone who can't hear the inflections of my voice, they may think that I'm being mean to them or something like that. So if I put the little smiley in there, they can see that that I'm happy and that I'm poking fun at them or whatever it is there. So feel free to use those liberally, whatever, to communicate your mood to the people that you're writing to. So once you've made all your edits there and it's all good to go, then you just click on Submit there. And there it is. There it is. So when you're making these new topics, try to get them into the right categories. I'll be watching, and if I see that, oh, this should have been over in this other category, I'll move it for you. That's no problem. But pay attention to the categories. Try to get it into the right spot. So for your first post then, hop on over to this area where we meet and greet each other, and tell us whatever you want us to know about yourself. Again, this is a safe place, so you don't have to write a book or anything, but do tell us about what you'd like other people to know. So I look forward to reading about you on the forum.